Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Shipman and Shipman at the Movies. I am here with the beautiful and talented Miss Prudence Williams.
Hello all, how you doing out there?
All right, it's been a while since we did a show. We did the Oscar predictions and we did pretty good. Now we're here. I know we're a couple of months in, but we're really getting heated. The movies are getting ready to heat up and get ready for the summer blockbusters, and we've already started. Ms. Williams, what are we going to talk about first today? Which movie?
Well, Dr. Shipman, we've seen so many movies lately, but we've narrowed it down to about 6 really quality movies that we have truly and sincerely enjoyed. The first that we're going to look at is The Upside with Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston.
I tell you, I went into this movie not knowing what to expect. I said, okay, Kevin Hart's going to try to act serious. But you know what? I think he did a great job at it.
He did. He did a wonderful job. The storyline is about a down on his luck father of one son who's coming out of jail and he needs a job. And his PO says, you need to get a job or you're going back in. And he has to show proof that he's looking for a job. And he goes to these places and basically he's like, just sign this and say that I showed up. And he goes into this place and he wasn't even looking for the job. He just stumbles upon this job as a personal caregiver. And the fun begins.
It does. And I meant to tell everyone, this is based upon a true story.
Yes, a beautiful story.
Yes. I love the movie. I think all actors did a fantastic job.
Yep.
The story kept it might have had 1 or 2 slow parts, but that's okay. In today's movies, you're going to have a slow part somewhere along the line. But the story kept you interested into the very end and laughing. It wasn't necessarily a comedy, but it had its funny moments.
The only thing I could have seen that would have made it better is to have put it out on Father's Day, because it really was a father's story.
Yes.
It's a story of men in their desire to be good husbands, good lovers, good fathers.
I agree.
So, 2 thumbs up.
Well, not thumbs up.
No, I'm sorry.
It gets the Shipman shake.
Shipman shake. Very
All right.
Good. All right. The next movie we watch, also unexpectedly good. I'm going to go on and say that. Is Miss Taraji Henson and What Men Want.
It was. Now, fellas, it is a chick flick, but I tell you what, it was a good movie. It had you laughing. If I just want to go to the movie with my girl, have a good time, I would take her to see this. And when it comes out on video, if y'all just chilling one night, this would be a great movie to throw in just to laugh and enjoy each other.
Taraji Henson has matured so much since she played beside Terrence Howard in Hustle and Flow. And you see the apex of her maturity as an actress, as a comedian, as a producer, all of those things in this movie. She really come a long way. This was a very, very enjoyable movie. I agree, it's a great date night movie. Girls, you and your girlfriends, couple bottles of wine, some popcorn and finger food. Great girls night movie. It will make you laugh. It leads to good discussion with men and women about what do men want. Do they really want us to know what we think? If they could read our thoughts, would it work for us? If we could read their thoughts, would it work for us? It was good.
And I also recommend that you go see the original movie with Mel Gibson, What Women Want.
Yes.
I think it'd be great to look at the contrast between the 2 movies.
Yes. So, Shipman Shake.
Shipman Shake.
Okay. Tyler Perry's Madeia's Family Funeral.
I'm going to tell you what. I laughed myself to death. I enjoyed it. I hear what the criticisms that the critics give it and what other people might say. Tell you what, I'm not going to see an Oscar-winning movie. I'm going to have a good time. I don't have a hard week at work. I can sit and watch this movie and just laugh from the beginning to the end. And please stay and watch the outtakes.
Yeah, it is a good slapstick, traditional Tyler Perry movie. Great for families. Great for date night. Great for, you know what? I'm sitting at home and it's raining outside. Let me find a good movie to watch. Just pull it down, stream it in. It is really a good movie. Also, however, with some serious, even though it is comedy, it has some serious ideas underlying it. Basically, what happens to a family at the death of a loved one when all their secrets come pouring out.
All of them.
All of them. The funeral. What happens? How do you let the family know about the secrets? And, he took it with a grain of salt and a lot of chuckles. But again, if you are desiring to start a conversation, it is a good conversation starter. So, Shipman Shake?
Shipman Shake.
All right, so we're 3 up. Dumbo with Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito and Nico Parker.
I say I like it. Is it a kids movie? Somewhere in between. You can take your child to see it.
Your child will probably fall asleep.
Right. It's a Tim Burton movie. If you watch several things that he's put out before in the past, it falls right along that line. Edward Scissorhands.
It was deep.
The Nightmare Before Christmas. Because if you see The Nightmare Before Christmas, you'll be like, this is not a Christmas movie. Right, it's not. But this Dumbo falls right along that category.
I enjoyed Dumbo as an adult. I remember the story as a child. I will be honest, it was the same story, but definitely told from a completely different point of view. It was good, but not the best. I would not want to see it more than once.
I agree. I'm probably going to have to watch it with that grandchild that I have coming.
Yes, grandbaby on the way. And I would advise when you watch it with the grandbaby, maybe you'll watch the original sweet, loving. Actually, that was probably the most sweet part of the movie was the actual animation of the Dumbo elephant. He was just delightful. Just to look at him, he reminded you of a baby. He was just wonderful. Yeah. And the mother and the Dumbo relationship was wonderful. But I would say if you're going to watch it with a child, watch the earlier version.
I agree. And I think when you look at the movie, it really was about relationships between parents and children.
Yes. Building them, protecting them, trying to help your kids understand the adult world. Your kids trying to keep you from becoming too old too fast.
Yep, I agree.
Shipman Shake?
It gets yes, I give it a Shipman Shake.
It gets one hand on the Shipman Shake. I'm kind of holding my hand away. It gets the Shipman wave.
We give it a wave. There you go.
The next one, Little, with Regina Hall, Issa Rae, and executive producer, 14-year-old Marcia Martin. This movie was a retell or a spin on Tom Hanks' movie.
Big.
And it was an adult who misbehaved, who behaved poorly, and made some wishes, a child wishing childhood back on him. And the child, we're both educators, so I saw a large part of it. It was the concept was good. The enactment not so good. The concept that bullying happens when you're a child, bullying happens when you're an adult, bullying happening. There's not a lot anybody can do to stop it. It is how you manage being bullied that is more important than the bullying itself. Young lady was bullied as a child, and she let it direct her whole path of life to protect her heart and her spirit, regardless of what she did to others. And in effect, she became the bully. And she had to relive that life to repair herself and better herself. I'm going to wave at it, too.
I sat and I watched it. And again, it's a chick flick. But I enjoyed it. If the parts it would be hard to take a child to this movie. So I know the advertisement is geared towards families, but it'd be hard to take a family because there's a lot of adult themes in the movie. Do I give it a Shipman Shake? I give it a Shipman Shake because it's better than a whole bunch of other stuff that's out there. But I would be cautious about taking my child to see it because, again, it's a lot of adult themes.
Lots of adult themes.
Yeah. But for an adult, Hey, I say go see it, have a good time.
I think the rating is PG-13, and definitely, if you follow those guidelines, you'll be fine.
Yep.
Anybody under 13, I would be cautious. Again, it is the story of someone who was bullied and how they responded to it. And bullying is one of those issues where teachers, and we've discussed it many times, bullying is one of those situations that is virtually impossible as teachers, as much as we want to protect children. It is virtually impossible to stop it 100% because normally it's not done in front of the kids. Normally it's not done overtly. It is normally done very covertly and it's very hard to prove. So, you know, it was hard for me to watch a lot of the things that happened on stage because I knew how true it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I give it the Shipman wave. You give it the Shipman.
You know, I give it a wave too. That's a first. I give it a Shipman wave.
Yeah. Okay. Next up on the agenda, Captain Marvel. The missing link in the Marvel storyline.
Yep, the big one that's coming out, that came out, it's been out for a while, right before we get Endgame, which we all are excited about seeing Endgame. So we had to get this story before we got Endgame. Did I get the backstory? Yep, we got it. Was it the greatest superhero movie I saw or in the top 10 or 20? No. I kind of left like, okay.
Lackluster.
Yeah.
Great women's movement movie. Great link to get me ready for the next story. Was the movie itself something that I was overwhelmed or even underwhelmed with? No, I was just kind of left. Okay, it was a show. I watched it.
Yeah. It wasn't nothing spectacular. It was just like, okay, you just filled in the space. I enjoyed Ant-Man more than this one.
Yeah, me too.
Much more.
Yes. I like Samuel L. Jackson in this movie. I really did.
I like the cat.
I love the cat.
Yeah.
The cat was great. I don't even know the cat's name. The cat was probably stole the show, honestly.
And once you see the movie, you'll know what we're talking about.
But it had to be done. It was done. We're ready for the next one, and hopefully the next one will be much better.
All 3 hours of Endgame. It's coming. I have my ticket all ready to go.
I'll see it. All right. So for our finale, and I truly enjoyed this one. I'm so glad we get to end with this one. It was fun to watch. Shazam.
Yes.
It brought me back to my childhood. I was definitely a child who grew up watching Shazam. Me and my brother played Shazam, where you would go yell Shazam and become this great superhero. I loved it because it was told from a child's point of view. What would a 15-year-old do if suddenly they had all the powers, superpowers that they could ever imagine? They would do just what he did. Silly stuff. Figure out how to get beer and
how to get money
and how to get into strip clubs. It was good. And ultimately it had a very positive, family-oriented theme and background. It was a movie that I could truly see you taking a 10-year-old to see and you enjoying it and the 10-year-old enjoying it, even a 5-year-old enjoying it.
They would. I enjoyed the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's nice seeing all these. I'm a collector of comic books. And it's nice to see my comic books are coming to life in a good, positive way. Good movies. Because if you grew up when I did in the 70s and 80s, we had a lot of junk movies that used to come on TV that wasn't too good of he was called Captain Marvel then, or Shazam, or Captain America, all those, the Incredible Hulk, even though I still love those.
Hey, the Hulk was bomb.
Yeah, back in the day. But now,
Bill Bixley.
Yeah. And Lou Ferrigno.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a whole different level now. So we are glad to see these superheroes come to life in this level. Miss Williams, this one definitely gets a Shipman shake.
Definitely. Zachary Levi did a wonderful job. It was a movie that I hope to see again. I chuckled all the way through. I love the family dynamics in it. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I know I use that a lot, but it was a good movie. It was a guy film that a girl can enjoy.
All right. Well, that's it for this edition of Shipman and Shipman at the Movies.
Mr. Shipman, I wanted to make sure everybody knows how to find us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on LinkedIn. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on, what am I leaving out?
Shipman.com. Not Shipman, I'm so sorry.
TerrenceShipman.com.
Yes.
TerrenceShipman.com. So until next time.
This is Shipman and Shipman at the Movies. Have a good one, world. All right, I'll fix it. Keep going. All right. And Zaire, another part that I liked about the movie was how it kept you guessing all the way to the end.
It did.
It kept you guessing. You never knew what exactly was going on or how large this thing was. Was it all over the world? Was it just the United States?
It was definitely all over the world. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it was I think it was just in the United States.
That's true because you did see helicopters in the end.
Right. I think it was just in the United States, and it was. It's interesting how she was able to coordinate this whole thing.
I wonder what happened in the White House.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought on this note, Jordan Peele has a great way of telling horror stories, and that you don't usually see. And I honestly thought it was comparable to Stanley Kubrick's Shining. Because you usually see horror stories, and I usually try my best not to go to them because they're corny and it's very predictable. But honestly, this one wasn't that predictable to me.
No, it wasn't. It did keep you guessing to the end, and you didn't know what was going on. But slowly as the movie went on, you could see the unraveling, and you could start catching hints of what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I think the big twist for me was when the white family got killed. When you saw they had a shadow family, then you know it just wasn't her family, it was everybody.
That was definitely a bigger twist in the end, in my opinion.
Yeah. That kind of opened up my mind to, okay, this thing is big. But
I thought it was great foreshadowing in the end. I mean, not in the end. I thought it was great foreshadowing throughout the movie, actually. And some of the way that some of the characters died, the evil characters, come on, guys, it's a horror movie. If you don't know that they die, catch up on your movies.
Right.
I thought that was very creative, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the boat scenes are my favorites, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he did an excellent job. The movie has been doing fantastic around the world and, of course, here in the metro Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
Zaire, does this movie get the Shipman shake?
Yes, I do. I do think it does.
It gets the Shipman shake.
One last note. I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that there are finally horror characters that aren't stupid. Like, that's such an amazing thing to me, and I love the way that Jordan Peele writes his characters.
All right, we'll see you next time at the movies when we're going to review Captain Marvel. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Shipman and Shipman at the Movies.
Welcome.
I'm here with, believe it or not, it's been a long time with one of the original hosts, Zaire Shipman.
Zygeek himself.
Well, how have you been, son?
I've been good. I've been at school, and I recently watched Us a couple minutes ago, actually.
All right, good. The first movie we're going to review today is the movie Us. All right, Zaire, tell me what you think.
Well, okay, first off, I love to see black people in horror. Love it. You never see it, and when you do, the black person always dies first, or he dies soon in the story. I thought M'Baku was pretty good in his role. Like, I thought he was perfect for it, actually.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things, I've listened to several reviews of this movie that Jordan Peele wanted to make sure he did was...
I said M'Baku.
Oh, okay.
What's his name?
I know you're thinking of Black Panther. I forgot his name in the movie, but one of the things that Jordan Peele wanted to do was to show a black family being in a horror movie and not being the victims, but being part of the main cast. And it's too late for spoilers. It's already out. I'm sure a lot of millions of people have seen it. I think one of the things
I wasn't even gonna say spoilers. I was maybe like spoilers.
Oh, okay.
But hey.
Hey, one of the things I really liked about the movie was, it's like the male and the females changed role. It's like the woman was more so the lead character and took on the masculine role, or the hero. Let me not say masculine, the hero role, and the man was a little bit more.
Winston Duke. That's his name.
Winston Duke. He was a little weaker in the movie.
He wasn't necessarily weaker, but I feel like he was less strong-willed, honestly. Because he got something happened to his leg. I don't know if his leg was broken or what, but the whole movie he was just incapacitated. And don't get it wrong, he, like they said, he had the highest kill count in the family, but not in the end.
Yeah. I just thought they totally switched roles. She was more concerned about what was going on, and he was like, where you usually see the woman, he was more like, hey baby, come on, let's get in bed, let's do this. And you usually see that the opposite in movies, whereas the woman is more so talking about getting in bed in a horror movie, and the man was like, let me be the hero, I hear something, I think something's going on. But in this movie, they totally switch roles. Yeah, they totally switch roles.
And honestly, that was a great way to just get the gender dynamics of Lupita being the main character out of the way, you know? And I just thought that was a great way to get that was a great way to get the gender dynamics out of the way and make sure that you believe that Lupita could do all of this that she did in the movie. She could kill these people. She could do whatever she does.
She did an awesome job.
She did.
I think it is not too early to nominate her for an Oscar.
Is it weird that this movie made me more attracted to Lupita?
No, it's not. No, it's not. And she's definitely has become a bona fide superstar.
She's so dynamic because she could do drama to comedy to even like something as intense as a horror movie.
She did it all. She did it all, in especially in this movie. Let's talk about the shadows. What did you think about the shadows?
What are the shadows?
You know, the people that lived underground. Was it believable for you? Did you buy into the whole thing that this was a government experiment and you had an opposite being in underground?
Honestly, me personally, I did. I thought it was interesting how the origin story was just a government conspiracy or whatever. Mm-hmm. And but I thought it was pretty cool how they used the tunnels as this. Okay, I thought the sets were perfect. I thought the set, the lighting, and the cinematography, I thought that was perfect throughout the movie.
I think the music was too.
I agree with you. It totally went with the with what was going on in the movie, and you don't expect it at all. You never hear rap music in movies like this, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Well, the whole thing was good. And I think the little girl who played the younger character, she did a marvelous job. I just can't wait to keep seeing her in the upcoming movies.
You're talking about the little girl that played the main character?
Yeah, the little girl that played the main character.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
She was able to play both parts. I think everybody did. All the four primary actors, the family, they're playing the opposite roles, the good and the evil. So, that totally blew me away. Especially, I think the track star, that really got me. That was a good one. She played a good All right, And Zaire, another part that I liked about the movie was how it kept you guessing all the way to the end.
It did.
It kept you guessing. It kept you guessing. You never knew what exactly was going on or how large this thing was. Was it all over the world? Was it just in the United States?
It was definitely all over the world. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it was
Was it?
I think it was just in the United States.
That's true because you did see helicopters in the end.
Right. I think it was just in the United States, and it was. It's interesting how she was able to coordinate this whole thing.
I wonder what happened in the White House.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought on this note, I thought Jordan Peele has a great way of telling horror stories, and that you don't usually see. And I honestly thought it was comparable to Stanley Kubrick's Shining. Because you usually see horror stories, and I usually try my best not to go to them because they're corny and it's very predictable. But honestly, this one wasn't that predictable to me.
No, it wasn't. It did keep you guessing to the end, and you didn't know what was going on. But slowly, as the movie went on, you could see the unraveling, and you could start catching hints of what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I think the big twist for me was when the white family got killed. When you saw they had a shadow family, then you know it just wasn't her family. It was everybody.
That was definitely a bigger twist in the end, in my opinion.
Yeah. That kind of opened up my mind to, okay, this thing is big. But
I thought it was great foreshadowing in the end. I mean, not in the end. I thought it was great foreshadowing throughout the movie, actually. And some of the way that some of the characters died, the evil characters, come on, guys, it's a horror movie. If you don't know that they die, catch up on your movies.
Right.
I thought that was very creative, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the boat scenes are my favorites, honestly.
Yeah. Well, he did an excellent job. The movie has been doing fantastic around the world and, of course, here in the metro Atlanta area.
Mm-hmm.
Zaire, does this movie get the Shipman shape?
Yes, I do. I do think it does.
It gets the Shipman shape.
One last note. I just wanted to say that I'm so glad that there are finally horror characters that aren't stupid. Like, that's such an amazing thing to me, and I love the way that Jordan Peele writes his characters.